Welcome to the youth message portion of the service. This is the time of year in Ontario when we get very big thunderstorms. They are loud, they produce heavy downpours of rain, and there can be really strong wind. Have you ever been outside on a windy day? It can be scary to see the power of the wind. This is my big box fan, and we are going to pretend today that the wind created by the fan is God's wind. So come with me on an imaginary adventure. Let's pretend that we're together in a boat on a lake somewhere out in cottage country. We can feel the wind on our faces and on our arms and on our legs. The water is starting to get a little bit rough, and the waves are getting higher, and water is starting to splash into the boat. We have a bucket and we're throwing the water out. We're bailing the water out as fast as we can so that we don't sink. But really, we're just wishing for this wind that's getting even stronger to just stop. It can be scary when we're outside or in a lake or just in our backyard and the weather changes. Now, can we push the wind? No. Can I yell at the wind to stop? You need to stop right now. Of course not. Now, imagine how the disciples felt when they were caught in a storm out on the Sea of Galilee. Jesus and the disciples were riding in a boat, and they had all worked very, very hard that day and for many days. So Jesus, he was fast asleep. The storm was getting worse. The waves were getting bigger, and the water was getting into the boat. The disciples, they were nervous, but no one wanted to wake up Jesus. Finally, Peter gave Jesus a shake and told him how afraid he was. Jesus opened his eyes, and he saw how scared the disciples looked, and he just raised his hand, and he told the wind to stop. And the wind listened. Can you imagine that happening? Jesus made the wind stop because he was such a special person. He was great in power, and he had so much power that he could make the wind stop whenever he wanted. This summer, when you are outside in your backyard, at the park, or maybe sitting by a lake watching the waves, you can remember how Jesus calmed the situation and how he continues to do so today.